Press release on the outcomes of Russia's UN Security Council presidency in July 2024. The Russian Federation completed its presidency in the United Nations Security Council on July 31. Its packed agenda revolved around three central events, with the first two of them attended by Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. On July 16, we held a high-level open debate titled Multilateral Cooperation in the Interest of a More Just, Democratic and Sustainable World Order, which reaffirmed the need to hold detailed discussions dealing with the underpinnings of the emerging multipolar world order, the objective to reinforce the uncentered system of international relations, as well as the need to carry out a comprehensive review of the root causes of present-day conflicts and to consolidate our efforts in order to overcome them. The fact that the global majority tends to distrust the infamous Western concept of a rules-based world order was also mentioned during the debate. On July 17, the Security Council held a quarterly ministerial-level debate on the agenda item titled The Situation in the Middle East, including the Palestinian question. During this meeting, participants discussed the situation in the region with all its tension, while placing a special emphasis on the escalating violence in the Arab-Israeli conflict zone for finding ways out of this unprecedented crisis. In addition to this, the UN Security Council held separate meetings on July 26 and 31 on the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip and the assassination of the Hamas political bureau chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. On July 19, the UN Security Council held a debate titled Cooperation between the United Nations and the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, the Commonwealth of Independent States, CIS, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. In his remarks, Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Vershinin stressed the importance for the United Nations to work closer with constructive regional organizations. He went on to elaborate on the meaningful contribution by the CSTO, the CIS, and the SCO when responding to threats to peace and security, as well as in terms of promoting socio-economic development within their areas of responsibility. He also emphasized the positive response to President Vladimir Putin's proposal to build a new architecture of equal and indivisible security for Eurasia. In addition to this, Russia's UN Security Council presidency included all the events as part of the mandate reporting cycle. The Middle East bloc included meetings on Lebanon, Syria, and Yemen. The African agenda covered discussions of the situation in West Africa, the Sahara and Sahel region, and the DR Congo. The Council also touched upon peace-building efforts in Colombia and the start of deploying the multinational security support mission in Haiti. We exchanged views on the activities of the UN Regional Center for Preventive Diplomacy for Central Asia and the Cyprus settlement. The Ukraine crisis remained high on the agenda. On July 9, Western countries convened a Security Council meeting in connection with the tragic incident involving a children's hospital in Kiev. During the debate, the Russian delegation refuted accusations by its opponents and shared evidence demonstrating that the Ukrainian air defense systems were to blame for the incident. On July 25, Russia initiated a UN Security Council meeting to discuss the unrelenting flow of Western weapons into Ukraine, which delays a settlement in this conflict and leads to more victims. The Security Council adopted 4 resolutions in July, on focusing the car arms embargo on illegal armed groups, extending the mandates for the UN mission to support the Hodeidah Agreement, UNMHA, and the United Nations Integrated Office in Haiti, BINUH, as well as regarding the UN focal point on delisting related matters and re-establishing the informal working group of the Security Council on general United Nations Security Council sanctions issues. Russia went to great lengths to enable the Security Council to be effective and responsive in its work. We encouraged our colleagues within the Council to come up with collective responses when dealing with challenges to peace and security, while seeking guidance from a holistic view of the purposes and principles set forth in the UN Charter and their interconnected nature. The central events on the agenda of the Russian presidency attracted a lot of attention within the international community, reaffirming our country's high authority and the respect it commands as a UN founding member and permanent member of the Security Council.